Am I the asshole for leaving a family dinner after my mother-in-law mocked my parenting? I honestly never thought I'd be writing one of these posts, but after what happened last weekend, I can't stop replaying it in my head. Part of me feels justified, and part of me feels like I may have overreacted. So here I am. I'm a 27-year-old woman married to my husband, 30 male, and we have a 7-month-old baby. This is our first child. Like most new parents, we're exhausted, emotional, and trying our absolute best to figure things out as we go. My mother-in-law has always had opinions. From the moment I got pregnant, she had advice: what I should eat, how I should sleep, what I should name the baby, how I should give birth. I tried to brush it off as excitement and generational differences. She raised 3 kids after all. But ever since our baby was born, her advice has slowly turned into judgment. She comments on everything. If the baby cries, she says I'm spoiling them. If the baby doesn't cry, she says I'm ignoring them. If I pick them up too fast, I'm too soft. If I wait a moment, I'm cold. No matter what I do, it's wrong. My husband usually tells me to ignore it. He says that's just how she is. And for the most part, I've tried. I really have. Last Sunday, we were invited to a family dinner at my in-laws' house. It was supposed to be casual, just dinner, some conversation, and then home early because, baby schedule. From the moment we arrived, my mother-in-law was watching me like a hawk. I was feeding the baby, and she commented that I was doing it too often. I changed the baby's diaper, and she laughed and said, "Wow, already? You're so dramatic." I smiled, I nodded, I let it go. Then dinner started. About halfway through, the baby started fussing, not screaming, just tired, rubbing their eyes, doing that little whine babies do when they're overstimulated. I picked them up and stood near the table, gently rocking them. That's when my mother-in-law laughed and said, loudly enough for everyone to hear, "See, this is what happens when you never let a baby cry. She's already got you trained." Everyone laughed. I froze. She didn't stop there. She looked directly at me and said, "Honestly, kids these days are so coddled. No wonder parents are always stressed. Back in my day, we put babies down and let them figure it out." Again, more laughter. I felt my face burn. My heart was pounding. I could feel tears building, but I didn't want to cry at the table like a child myself. I tried to respond calmly and said, "Actually, this works for us, and our pediatrician is happy with how things are going." She rolled her eyes and replied, "Doctors say a lot of things now. Doesn't mean they're right." That was it. Something inside me snapped. I stood there, holding my baby, surrounded by people laughing, while my parenting was being mocked, not subtly, but openly. I looked at my husband, hoping he'd step in. He didn't. He just stared at his plate. So I quietly said, "I think we're going to head out." My mother-in-law immediately scoffed and said, "Oh, come on, don't be so sensitive. It's just a joke." That sentence felt like a slap. I said, probably shakier than I wanted, "It didn't feel like a joke to me." I grabbed our diaper bag, kissed everyone goodbye without waiting for responses, and walked out. My husband followed me to the car, clearly annoyed. On the drive home, he said I embarrassed him, that I made things awkward, that his mom didn't mean any harm and I should have just ignored it like I usually do. I told him I was tired of being the punchline, that I felt disrespected, that laughing at someone's parenting, especially in front of others, isn't harmless. He said I overreacted and ruined dinner. Now his family is divided. My mother-in-law hasn't spoken to me since. My father-in-law texted saying I should apologize to keep the peace. My husband is stuck in the middle and keeps saying he wishes I just stayed quiet. But I keep thinking, if I don't stand up for myself now, what happens later, when my child is older, when my mother-in-law starts criticizing them too? So, am I the asshole for leaving a family dinner after my mother-in-law mocked my parenting?